Hey guys, and welcome back to some more Supcom again. We are probably, I say we, currently it's just me. Uh, and the game's not opening. Well, good start. My plan today, assuming I can get the game to actually launch, is to play some campaign. Well, hopefully the first mission of a campaign with the T2 version, similar to last time, maybe without all the mods. And why will we not launch? Is that what we're doing today? We're gonna, okay, let's see if I can launch. I'm gonna turn all these mods off. I don't know what's going on, to be honest. See if I can launch a game like this, or is it just not launching at all? This might be the shortest stream ever.
Good morning.
Morning, my game is currently refusing to launch, so that's a good sign. For some reason I get a black screen and then it forces me back to the desktop. The game is apparently open, but it doesn't do anything. I'm just gonna FAF and see if that's causing a problem, because otherwise I have literally no idea. How are you doing anyway?
Casually.
Hmm?
Although I was playing till 7 a.m. Civilization and had 3 hours of sleep.
Seems perfectly reasonable. Okay, if we FAF, do we get any more luck? I mean, it seems to be the game itself that's causing problems rather than FAF, so I'm honestly not hopeful here. Yeah, so apparently I can't launch Subcom right now. It refuses to open. That is, oh wait, no, and now it's, you're not sure, why not? Although, yeah, sure, I'm gonna give up on questioning it. I'm just gonna pretend this makes sense. Okay, well, we have a game. I'm gonna be trying some more campaigny stuff with the restriction of tier.
Why the fuck cannot I join?
Hmm? Well, at least the bots are awake today. That's always a good start. Um, yeah, obviously for the most part, I'm not looking to run a lot of mods this time. I know I did previously. But I think I'll probably still run engineering stations just because you end up getting them via sharing tech anyway, or whatever. Although to be fair, it's only at tier 3 you get one of its mods, so it doesn't actually. I mean, I guess it helps. Commander can build them. I think just to expedite issues, I'll allow X maxes. Were you having a problem launching? Did you say, or?
Yeah.
Hmm. What is it doing when you try to launch?
It tells me to locate the directory of Forge Alliance.
Oh, has FAF forgotten where it's installed or something?
Yeah.
No. Shouldn't be too hard to retell it right. Just go into settings and.
Yeah, I'm just looking where it is because Steam
Oh yeah, of course you have to
sucks.
figure out where it is before you can tell the client where it is. Makes sense.
I know why it is. Yeah,
Hmm?
I re I reinstalled FAF.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that would be a good explanation as to why the client is slightly confused.
I downloaded every mod in maps, but download the didn't upload the FAF place to launch.
Yeah, and that tends to cause problems. Hmm. So Black Day, I feel like, is actually going to be harder than the second mission to do with tech restriction. I mean, in second mission, when I did it as well, we also had a bunch of mods on, so we got like tier 2 experimentals, which helps. And also, eventually, the Black Ops Commander, of course, is completely broken eventually. This time, I'm not running mods, so we're going to have to actually try and figure out how to do stuff with tier 2s, and hopefully within about a 4 hour time frame, so I'd have to leave for work. But that's fine, right?
Well, I have one idea.
Hmm.
Spam the fuck out of mercies.
Yeah, I was going to say, I suspect the actual result of this particular restriction is going to be a lot of tier 2 gunships. Because
Yeah,
like, I was thinking about like versus enemy experimentals and what you're going to do at tier 2, and the answer is not a lot without gunships.
the answer is not land.
Because, yeah, I mean, I guess you could kill an experimental with tier 2 land, but it's certainly not going to be efficient. Like, I mean, I guess Obsidians would probably be your best choice if you're going for that. It kind of feels like Aeon is just the best for this. You've got Obsidians, you've got Swift Winds, and you've got pretty solid gunships. And then you've got Mercy. Actually, do you even have Mercies on this mission? I don't remember. But even if you don't, you've got a solid tier 2 gunship as well. And the best tier 2 fighter. So, yeah, it seems like Aeon's probably pretty strong. I guess Cybern could build Salem's and use them as a land force.
Yeah,
That's probably the next best thing. I'm not really sure what UEF or, well, obviously you can't play Seraphim's campaign. I'm not really sure what UEF brings to the table here. I
cruisers.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah. I guess they're cruisers, but it's not the best for this mission. And I suppose there is that T2 transport larger. I guess if you were moving land forces around, it might be relevant. Where is it? 14T1. Yeah, so I guess they have a larger transport, which seems fairly minor to be honest, but it's something.
You can, how is it called? Um get a transport.
Hmm?
Pack 14 laps in a transport and just
More spam bots. I'm gonna have to ban the word followers or something. Give me a second. I will remove this. That's gone. Um, have you had any luck um whatevering your client?
yeah, it's just downloading campaign because
Oh yeah, of course, the campaign.
I downloaded the normal maps but didn't download the campaign maps.
No, that's fair. That's fair. And campaign always takes a while, especially the first time, because I think there's some like scripting stuff it downloads at first to do with being able to do co-op. Um, Oh, actually, I know what UEF gets. UEF gets kennels, which is the best kind of mobile build power.
Yeah, that's true.
But I still think they're probably going to be the weakest on this with tier 2 only.
I mean, pillars are quite nice because and shields.
Yeah, but Aeon has mobile shields as well, right? Actually, yeah, they've got T2 mobile
Yeah,
shields too. And there's float, which is relevant on this map.
well, that's the other thing that
Even at tier 2
you
Navy.
UEF units stuck at being
I guess
iconic.
to be fair, if you're going tier 2 Navy, you also have like the shield boats, which are pretty good.
And torpedo boats.
Yeah. Although you get T2 subs as Aeon, so you still have something pretty decent there. Same with Cybran and Assailants. I just think UEF. I think UEF is really like obviously. I think most of the factions are fairly similar to T1, and UEF has obviously got lots of good end game options. But I feel like at tier 2, they're not the best for this kind of thing.
I mean, I think UEF is the best late game and Navy,
Yeah.
and that's all because I mean Percy's are quite nice because but no
Yeah.
T3, so Percy's are quite nice for UEF because like if you have 20 of them, you can squad any experimental.
Yeah, a big group of Percy's does tend to kill just about anything.
So unless you're willing to sacrifice a nuke to kill them, they're unkillable. Or sacrifice, 50 strat bombers.
Yeah. I feel like the best thing for killing Percy's is probably an Awassa.
If you scatter them, that the big explosion doesn't hit more than 2 or 3 of them at once. It's
I mean, you can obviously ground target it though to get in the middle.
yeah, but it's still gonna kill 2 or 3 units at the same time. Most.
I know, but if you're trying to move around like a large group of Percy's, there's only so much stuttering you can do.
Yeah.
And obviously, at this point, we're talking about using a T4 bomber to deal with a T3 land unit. But yeah, so I'm trying to figure out what parts of this map are going to be hardest. And I'm thinking after the first expansion, when you get that Aeon base, is going to be a... No, wait, no, because the first expansion is the UEF base on the left, isn't it? The big Aeon base, because I think... Don't they have like a T3RT or something?
No, I don't think so.
I'm sure there's something they have. Also, don't we get nuked at one point? That might be a slight hassle with T2 only.
Yeah, this sort of thing has nukes.
I guess we could just migrate up to the Fort Clark at that point. They have nuke defense. Oh dear. See, obviously, I could be like, oh well, you're allowed to build nuke defense at least, but I feel like not allowing that kind of stuff kind of makes it more interesting in a way because you have to work around problems rather than just, oh well, this would be difficult, so let's make an exception.
Then you would make an exception for everything, and it's gonna
Yeah,
be annoying.
basically, it'd end up being like, oh well, how are we supposed to deal with this without high tier units? So you can use high tier units for that, and it's like, well, that's kind of literally not the point. But yeah, I think I'm probably going to go Cybran then if you want to go Aeon. Or would you rather go something else? I don't know what you want to do.
Mm, I, I think I wanna go Cybrin because silence are
Yeah. Fine, you
nice.
can take care of the land. I'll go Aeon Air then. Balance
What
mission. I
land?
don't recall, honestly, the enemy using a lot of like ASF or anything on this mission, so gunships will
Yeah.
hopefully be okay without just getting whacked out the sky.
Also, what land? You mean Navy?
Well, Navy land. I have stuck X-Mexes on just to honestly, obviously, honestly, obviously, that's how it weird to say. The logical answer is, well, if you go out and get reclaim and keep expanding on the map and stuff, and I think we should probably end up still doing it, but I also do have a time limit for the stream, so in the interest of keeping things moving, I figure a bit more mass will be okay. Because the problem here is more likely solving how to kill certain things rather than having the resources to do it.
I think the biggest pump is gonna be how much unit do you have?
Yeah, I guess we've got a limited amount of space to build T2 power plants.
No, we have a limited amount of units.
Oh, yeah, unit cap, I guess, will be fun as well.
So we got like 200 units for eco.
Mm.
Because mass faps and T2 unit.
Which I guess is
T2
another big
regions.
bonus to the X-Maxes. Less mass fabs.
Yeah, but I'm still gonna build like 200 of them.
I mean, you've only got so much build space. Although, to be fair, I guess build space shouldn't be too limited for you because you're going to be building your factories in the water. I have also put the engineering stations on, which obviously I guess as Cybran you'll get them anyway. But
Wait,
that's something I'm perfectly fine with being upgraded to their T3 version, just purely
this
because it saves unit cap and sim speed.
this maps give you this map gives you I think 3 or 4 T3 UEF pigeons at the start.
Yeah, so keeping those alive will be pretty
Yeah.
important. Because if you lose them, you can't get them back again. Which is kind of fun in a way as well, because it means if you have any high-tech stuff at the start, protecting it is very important. For instance, the T3 UEF shield is going to be very nice as well, that we start with.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I haven't decided about if I want to be strict on the tier 2 thing with is Omni.
No T3, no Omni,
Hmm?
No T3 means no Omni.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it makes it
Your
interesting
Omni
having
is
to be
your
very
commander.
intense with scouts, but it's going to be a lot to you on scouts.
Your Omni is your commander.
Yeah. I can't, I think we do start with an Omni though, don't we?
I have no idea.
I think we start with an Omni in the back. Oh. I'm not sure. I know where I always end up with a radar on this map, but I can't remember if it starts with one there or if I just always end up building it there.
Also, why do these voice lines take so much to download?
Yeah, I've never quite understood why the first time you download the campaign stuff, it's like, well, I hope you've got 20 years. It's like, okay, guys, calm down. I'm not sure if it downloads the voices for the entire campaign or something the first time you do it.
Could be that.
But yeah, it's a little inconvenient. But what can you do? Just trying to think if there's anything else under the tier 2 umbrella that I'm not thinking about that might be useful. Obviously, as Aeon, you have a decent amount of floating stuff at tier 2, so you can, help out a bit on water. You've got flak, blazers, and shields. So I can move T2 land armies across the water at the start fairly easy. How useful that is a different question. Yeah, it feels like it's going to be a lot of Salem's and What are they even called again? Spectres. Yeah. I guess it might be useful for me to build some mobile flak and shields to go with your Salems. Since obviously if they're in the water, you can have
Possible.
cruisers with them, but as soon as they get to land, they're kind of air vulnerable.
They have T1A,
They do,
and
but that's not
I
exactly the
don't
strongest thing ever.
think the enemy uses any strat bombs, so
Yeah, but I don't think the enemy's that air heavy on this map. That's why I think I might get away with being Aeon and using air, because obviously, as soon as there's a map where there's a bunch of enemy ASF or something, you can't really. Swiftwinds are better than interceptors, but they're definitely not ASF. Oh. I'm trying to remember the order of things in this mission as well. You've got the enemy base across the water, then it goes up the left, then expands out to the right, and then the entire map, I think. Yeah, I think there's 3 times it expands. Now, I'm not putting on timed expansions. I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm going to build up a giant army of stuff before the expansion. Like, no intentional delaying, but at the same time, with only tier 2 units, I feel like timed expansions would just straight up kill us. Like, quite aggressively.
I'm trying to imagine playing this Seraphim campaign T2 only, and I'm like, yeah, that's not gonna be possible.
You know, the Seraphim campaign with T2 only, yeah, no. Seraphim campaign is unforgiving with anything.
Unless we play with like, Total Mayhem and
Okay,
Black
yeah.
Ops.
The unmodded Seraphim campaign is forgiving with pretty much anything. Yeah, if you put Black Ops on and give yourself a Black Ops commander and the teleport that comes with it, then, as is pretty much always the case, you can just kill everything, but.
Teleport to
Because,
the enemy, kill everything, teleport to the base, heal
yeah.
yourself.
It's almost
Repeat.
like instant teleports are ridiculously broken. Suddenly getting flashbacks to that transport and loud.
Which transport?
Hmm?
Which transport?
Do you remember the. Wait, were you playing with us when we played on the loud client?
On what?
Okay, tell us no. Loud, it's like a different game client to FAF. It's got like different balancing and stuff.
Mm,
It's more focused around like fighting against AI. They've got their own AI that's a lot smarter than the ones in FAF and is more aggressive and just generally more dangerous.
I don't recall playing that.
Okay. But yeah, basically, we went and played that, and for the most part, it's pretty good. It tends to be a bit slower. Not not sim speed, the exact opposite actually. The sim speed is ridiculously stable in that, even with like tons and tons of units and a bunch of AI, the sim speed barely ever moves. Like they have coded their AI very efficiently. Um, but we noticed that Aeon had a T3 transport which could teleport, and it had certain limitations technically, like it could only teleport a certain distance. But the problem was you could just shift queue its teleport, and because it literally went instantly, it would just blink its way across the map anyway.
That's kind of broken.
Yeah, it was super broken, and it was just kind of funny because the loud guys are like way more focused on PVE content than they are on PvP, so they don't seem to have quite the same mindset for when things are super broken, because because we reported it basically as being a bit of an issue, and the response we got at first was, well, no one even uses those transports, and we were just kind of like, yeah, but they're absurdly stupid. Like, just because no one uses it doesn't make it broken. Basically, we had to go through a spell of like convincing people and showing them the VOD about like, oh hey, there's an enemy commander. Well, I can just grab like a bunch of anything, teleport it across the map essentially on top of the commander, and just control cave transport and stupid stuff like that. So yeah, we had to convince them that instant global teleportation was maybe a little bit overpowered on transport.
I love the response, and no one even uses them.
Yeah, it's like, well, okay, but if you put like a half map sized nuke on a T1 unit and no one used it, it doesn't mean it's balanced. But yeah, I think we did eventually convince them that it was completely stupidly broken and undermined the entire design of the game because it was almost always the best solution to any problem. Because like you could get into some pretty aggressive stalemates and stuff on that. And the problem is that you could literally teleport the transport over SAMs and stuff because by the time the missiles got to the transport, it had teleported away again. And being a T3 transport, it was also pretty tanky, so you just kind of flew around not caring. And obviously, as well, because it could teleport, it could outrun ASF. Like, I think I even tested it by teleporting it into the middle of an ASF cloud and then just teleporting it back out again. It was basically unkillable. And the thing is, it didn't have like a huge power draw. It had no cooldown on its teleport, and it had no like charge time. So yeah, it was just a bit daft. I mean, it was funny, but it was stupid. This is really taking a long time to download the files, isn't it?
And I was downloading CO5 dash Bow. So I guess it's Cybran Vocal 5.
I guess. Is this the? No wait, you said you downloaded mods, right? Have you launched the game at all with FAF?
No.
Ah, that'll be why then. Yeah, the first time it launches, regardless of what mode it's in, I think is when it does all the patching and stuff. If I recall correctly, so like all of the balance tweaks on all of the units that FAF has done versus the base game, it has to download and sort out. Which would explain why it's taking a while. Even then, I would have expected it to have, you know, figured itself out by now. But oh well, what can you do? This is turning into just chatting stream. The most popular kind of random Twitch category.
Well, I'm guessing UEF has Genesis.
Yeah, but at the same time, is Janus better than a Corsair?
In terms of killing anything that's moving, yeah.
I mean, Corsair's pretty good against moving targets that don't micro, which is the AI.
Also true.
Yeah, I forgot the Aeon don't actually have a T2 bomber, do they? They get the
They have
Swift Wind
mercies.
instead.
They have swift winds and mercies. That's all they get.
When you say that's all they get, that's pretty powerful. Although Mercy's obviously having a range limit means that if I want to actually use them, I'll probably have to build an outpost somewhere to produce them.
Yeah. Also, one flak and your mercies are useless.
Yeah, that's also a bit of a problem. At that point, you have to like start flying things in before them to distract it, and yeah, I'm probably not going to use Mercies a lot. Like maybe I know there's one point when they send like a GC at us, so maybe I'll build a bunch of Mercies for that. But I am much more inclined to just have a lot of T2 gunships. Because even against the GC, a big group of T2 gunships just seems better than the Mercies because, well, they don't kill themselves. Clearly, what we need to do against the GC is you just need to build 5 beetles against it.
Yeah.
I mean, they're stealthed, aren't they? Now? Or
GC
cloaked?
has only.
Oh, yeah, I guess the GC is the worst experiment to try and do that against.
It's literally the only experimental that has any radars. I think
Is it? I couldn't remember if the FAF did.
it doesn't. Like GC is the only experimental
Hmm.
that has any omni or stuff like that.
Fair enough. Yeah, so basically, do not use 5 beetles against GC. Does that mean that 5 beetles can effectively beat any experimental that's not a GC?
Any land experimental that's on the GC, yeah.
Hmm. Although, admittedly, they do what, 1,100 damage?
Yeah,
So,
and admittedly, people get radars, so
yeah, but the stealth detection part of a radar is not that big.
it's an AI. It's gonna shoot it. It's gonna stand in place and shoot it till it kills it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the best. Well, I was thinking just in general, though, if you were using 5 beetles against experimentals, like even versus players, I guess the best thing they'd work against would be fat boys because they could walk under the shield as well. And it would only take, like, what? Uh, 12 5 beetles to kill a fat boy?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But also in PvP, when you have a fat boy, your commander is 90% of the time very close to the fat boy. And commanders have Omni.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you say that, like, by the time you're getting fat boys out, people often pull their commanders back to the base.
By the time you get the fifth fat boy out, yeah. But when the time you get the first one, the second one, that's not the idea.
Yeah, I
Well,
guess.
most days. Also, you're not gonna build 5 fat boys. You're gonna build a Maver.
I
No.
mean, 5 beetles could kill a Maver if allowed to. The odds of a
If
Maver sitting somewhere that doesn't have Omni covering it is somewhat unlikely, but you know,
yeah.
you can use 5 beetles against the enemy's proxied Maver because, you know, everyone builds Mavers halfway across the map because they have such short range.
Meanwhile, Mavers being able to shoot across an ADK map.
Yeah. I forget, if you build a Maver in the far bottom left corner of an 80k map, it can't actually reach the whole thing, can it?
It reaches like 80% of it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I was just thinking about it, and because it's always
But
weird because you look at like the ranges don't seem to correlate well to what the map is because like the range is 4,000. I don't know what it's 4,000 of though,
it's 4,000 meters.
but Clearly not, or it wouldn't reach anywhere near the diagonal of an 80-kilometer map.
Wait, the range of the Maver is 4,000?
Yeah. Because, like, a standard T3 artillery is 825 range. Maver's 4,000. And for some reason, I still don't agree with it, but the Scathis is also 4,000. I still think it was cooler when it had its... Like, I get that it didn't get used much. I found the idea of it being more of a mobile, since it is literally mobile, giving it map range on a mobile unit feels really dumb. I just thought it was cooler if they balanced it in the opposite direction and effectively made it like an actual T4 mobile artillery, like a increase the speed of it so it's not ridiculously slow, still fairly slow, but and give it more like, I don't know, tac missile kind of range. Obviously, you'd have to make it cheaper at that point. It'd be quite a different unit, but I think it'd be more interesting than just, hey, we have another faction that's got a T4 artillery unit.
But it's a completely different artillery, so...
Mm. I mean, to be fair though, the current Scathis is totally different from the original one because the original one did have to be within a certain range. I can't remember what the range on the original one was, but it definitely wasn't 4,000.
Yeah, also the original Scatis was a fucking base destroyer. Like, if you had one of them and you force fired on someone's base, he couldn't leave the shield because constant fire. Even if it's the like 6,000 damage in the middle, 16,000, yeah, 16,000,
Yeah.
1,600.
I quite enjoyed the original version's consistent firing as well versus the shotgun style approach where it's fire and then waits. But yeah, I get the original wasn't really used or very useful, so
Neither is this one.
I mean, it's in like custom games, it's used more often. It's certainly not really used much in like competitive 1v1, but nor's the Mather.
Yeah, but still, if you need to choose between a Maver and a Skytish, you're gonna build Maver
True.
because the mass cost is basically the same, and the energy cost is 2 million more for the Maver. So, and the
Yeah.
energy almost ever isn't a problem.
Yeah, the Mather does
But
take a bit longer to build as well, but
you get more build power, you build faster.
obviously, but it still takes a certain amount of time to build, and the Escapist's base build time, if you will, is 66 minutes. The Maver's is 83, so it's kind of funny how much short. Like, don't get me wrong, that's still a ridiculously long build time, but it's funny how much shorter the build times are compared. Like, did you ever really play like non-Forged Alliance, like the
Yeah,
original, just
I
Subcom?
was playing it for some time. I think I feel like 80 hours on it.
Yeah, because I played the campaign, but not much beyond that. The build times in the base game were so dumb. I recall like building a like a strategic sub from a T3 factory. If you weren't assisting it, literally took like, was it 90 minutes or more?
It was like building a Paragon with one engineer. Yeah,
Yeah, there was a bunch of things like that as well. I think that the Maver was literally like, if you tried to build it with like a single T3 engineer, which don't get me wrong is not a way you should be building a Maver, but I think it had like a 3-hour build time.
yeah, but also the most times when you're building a Maver or a Skatis and artillery long range, your problem is your mass income.
Yeah.
because
But still, at
if
that point,
you
it's like, even if you have mass, the amount of engineers you would have needed to get anything done at a reasonable time frame.
uh, if you have mass that doesn't get spent instantly when it gets to you, you don't have enough engineers.
Well, yeah, obviously that's kind of one of the tenets of subcom. If you have eco in the bank, then you need more build power.
Yeah.
Effectively, whilst it usually ends up happening in silly custom games, you should never actually have mass. Like, if you ever have mass in storage, something has gone wrong. Well, unless you've hit the unit cap.
Or you just reclaimed experimental and didn't have the eco. They didn't have the power to spend it instantly.
Yeah, I suppose, with like huge chunks of reclaim, especially if you're reclaiming with a lot of build power. Like if you sent out like kennel engineering drones to reclaim experimental or something and sucked up like a mega wreck in 2 seconds, then fair enough. Having some mass in the bank is probably reasonable.
We're starting or something. I finally joined the game.
Or the end of the just chatting stream. Now we actually have to play the game. Admittedly, we're on a tighter timer now than I was expecting, so let's see how this goes. I'm still half expecting Simon to show up 5 minutes after we launch, even though we've literally spent 40 minutes just talking.
Simon isn't even this line on Discord, so I don't think that's kind of...
He might not have got the whole daylight savings message, so he'll show up in 20 minutes. Well, let's see how badly this goes. So, as a
honestly,
reminder,
I think Germany has the time change, so...
I lose track of who does and doesn't.
This is one of the 2 enemy bases in the area. Blow them both back to the Stone Age and then sync up with Fletcher.
But yeah, so...
There's a line of enemy artillery protecting the bases.
I'll wait till this guy's finished.
They are targets of opportunity.
But
if you destroy them, it'll make your life a hell of a lot easier.
Oh, I have...
Once you deal with the primary base, well, hell, enemy gunships are inbound. It's time to get you down there while we still can.
Hell.
Hell.
Damn it, they're attacking the gate. Get on planet while you still can.
This is going to be me, though, with these gunships. It's going to turn down.
That was a little too close for comfort. Get it done, Commander.
Okay, what am I giving you?
I got my eyes on you, Aeon. I haven't forgotten what you people did during the war.
Just going to the war.
Pay him no mind, champion. Bring glory to the princess.
I gave you some stuff. I hope that's useful.
Yeah. I guess you gave me too much mass income because I overflowed.
The damage shield generator will help protect you from hostile fire.
And yes, we... Oh no, we got the T2 radar. It's that I usually end up upgrading it. Well, that is most unfortunate.
Commander, you have received the schematic for the Blaze. It's lightly armored, but it packs some impressive firepower. Ryza out.
Yeah, lack of AA is a nuisance at the start. Just realised I gave you 4 of our 6 mexes, but oh well.
Two of them back.
Wait, why 2 of them back?
I have mass fabs, and you have 3 maxes, and I have 2
I guess
maxes
that
and
makes
mass
sense.
fabs.
Admittedly, the mass fabs will probably get killed at some point, but I'll take it for now.
How much mass income do you have?
73?
Yeah, I'll still get more.
Well then, for now, we will start this. Another what I should probably do is build some mass storage. How's your power situation? I gave you 1 T3, but obviously you've got fabs.
It's totally
I say your
okay.
fabs. Fabs are currently in the process of being bombed.
And I'm in the process of realizing I don't have T2, so I cannot build shields on them. And yeah,
Wait.
oh yeah.
John?
I stood between the fabs.
Well, that was a good start. We didn't even die due to our lack of build high-tech units. We just died. Oh, jeez. I have to admit, that is not how I was expecting that to go. Let's try this again. God, we have to listen to the stupid guy at the start again.
I'm guessing some mods could be useful.
Hmm?
Some mods. Like
Well, obviously mods would be useful, but you know that's actually the only one I'm kind of tempted to buy is again just for convenience is some build range.
even that.
Hmm.
I'll take anything. Although I'm gonna have to rejoin because I probably don't have it. English is hard.
Yeah. Well, I can't kick you whilst you're joining, so.
No, I just aborted joining.
Ah, okay. Well, it shouldn't take too long, I would hope, to download the build range mod. If that takes another 20 minutes, then something's seriously broken.
It takes 2 seconds. Because
How
it's
dare it.
basically
Group formed.
10 kilobytes notepad
Basically changing a text
file.
file.
Yeah.
No, it's changing a text file in a bunch of locations,
it's a
but
file in Lua that takes everything that says build range and changes it to 1 point and multiplies it by 1.5.
yeah, pretty much. I'm actually just going to mute the desktop audio here. I'll still have to hear it, but at least the stream won't. I'm not sure if that really helps. I'm the one that doesn't want to hear it. Never mind, I guess we'll just listen to him again.
This is one of the 2 enemy bases in the area. Blow them both back to the Stone Age and then sync up with Fletcher. There's a line of enemy artillery protecting the bases. They are targets of opportunity, but if you destroy them, it'll make your life a hell of a lot easier. Once you deal with the primary base, well, ah, hell, enemy gunships are inbound. It's time to get you down there while we still can.
Okay, so preferably left standing in mass fabricators this time.
Yeah.
Damn it, they're attacking the gate. Get on planet while you still can.
An idea.
It's certainly an idea. I would probably go as far as to say it's a good idea. I like how you walk out of the game first. I'm supposed to play one. Shoot.
That was a little too close for comfort. Get it
I
done,
still
Commander.
get the most damage on my face.
I got my eyes on you, Aeon. I haven't forgotten what people did during the war.
Pay him no mind, champion. Bring glory to the princess.
The damaged shield generator will help protect you from hostile fire. Repair it. HQ out.
Okay. Factory as well.
Commander, you have received the
But apparently
schematic
didn't
for
like
the
that sonar I
blaze.
gave you.
It's lightly armored, but it packs some impressive firepower. Ryza out.
Oh, that's weird. Last time this was like super close to being dead, and now it's at pretty much full health. Actually, yeah, that's it. Like most of our mexes, like all these mexes were like really close to being dead before, but they're like full health this time for some reason.
Yeah, rep muscles. Oh no, it's that's good.
Nearly rip mass labs. Yeah, this
Can
is
I
why
build a
I
shield?
still gave you half of the extractors, because I figure the fabs probably aren't going to last too long.
I think I'm gonna save you.
Remember, you can only go up to tier 2 shield though, which I think is the 3rd level for Cybran.
Yeah.
I'm actually curious, what strength does your 3rd level shield have? It's probably better than mine.
It's 10k.
Okay, it's actually slightly weaker still. Mine's 11k, but I think yours is definitely bigger.
That's the 2-1.
Yeah, that's already bigger than the Aeon T2 shield.
Yeah, that's the free one.
I mean, that's pretty reasonable. At least for what we're going with here. Obviously, I've got a T3 shield over here, which is quite nice. I would like to keep this alive if I can. I gave you a bit of power storage as well.
Thanks.
An Order commander named Gari awaits you, champion. She is one of Evaluator Kale's most beloved disciples. Eliminate her in the name of the princess. Ryza out.
So I guess technically the strongest thing we actually have in this is your commander, since you could go Telemazer eventually.
That is correct.
some point fence over here. So yeah, I guess the first thing we need to do is actually secure the water so you can even build in it. I definitely got a flak over here.
You really don't kill the A. And your shoot just died.
Yep. I mean, they were sending in that much air, and then suddenly it was like, oh, actually, let's send in all the air. Well, that's going to make things more awkward. That shield's quite nice. Because I can't rebuild a big enough shield to cover these PJs.
Enemy subs are operating in the channel north of your LZ, Commander. Destroy them. HQ out.
Well, restart.
Wow, this is...
Also,
I still love how we're not even dying.
building 3 or 4 flags
Yep.
could be a good idea.
Yep, turns out that 2 flak, not enough flak. I'm just going to build a bunch. Because I had started building all the point defense on the right because of the stupid floating things to send over. I should have just built flak first. God. This is a stupid intro again.
Can easily take care of the floating things. Your
Pardon?
Persis can easily take care of the floating.
No, you're right.
Because I think it's just like 6 or 8 obsidians each time, so...
No, it can't be obsidians, it must be blazes.
Oh, blaze. So the Percy 2 shots them. Or in 1 shots them.
Group formed.
Okay, 3rd time lucky, right? 3rd time listening to this stupid intro. I wish I could skip the intro thing. Like, I'm glad it's there. but I wish I could
This
skip
is one
it.
of the 2 enemy bases in the area.
Obviously,
I
probably
Blow
wish
them
there
both
were
back
times.
to the Stone Age and then sync up with
without
Fletcher.
intros.
Hmm?
Like
There's a
you
line
have
of
this
enemy
mission and
artillery
the same
protecting the
mission, but
bases. They are targets of
cutscenes.
opportunity, but if you destroy them, it'll make your life a hell of a lot easier.
Obviously, the problem is because it's actually
Once you deal with the
like
primary base,
the
well,
game is running
hell,
effectively.
enemy
You can't
gunships are
skip
inbound.
it because it is
It's time
broke.
to get you down there while we still can.
Well, let's see if our mexes have health or not
Damn
this
it, they're
time, since
attacking the
apparently
gate.
it's
Get on
somewhat
planet
random.
while you still can. That was a little too close for comfort. Get it done, Commander.
I got my eyes on you, Aeon. I haven't forgotten what you people did during the war.
Pay him no mind, champion. Bring glory to the princess.
Yeah, the maxes are close to being dead.
Oh yeah, this is how they were the first time.
The damaged shield generator will help protect you from hostile fire. Repair it. HQ out.
Commander, you have received the schematic for the Blaze. It's lightly armored, but it packs some impressive firepower. Ryza out.
Yeah, you don't have any regen as well on UF ones.
You mean you have shields?
No, UEF maxes.
Oh,
Because Siren ones have some regen, don't they?
couldn't tell you. No idea.
Thought they did at least.
Yeah, Region 6. A bit deeper up. Also, there's no bombers this time.
Yeah, the mission does seem a little bit random. I guess it's because it's simulated, so it depends. Like the AI doesn't always do the exact same thing. It actually makes decisions.
Oh, never mind.
They're coming for me instead, though.
I'm okay with that.
Somehow that didn't surprise me. Well, I've got 6 SAMs around the shield now, so hopefully that's enough. Not SAM, sorry, flag. If I had 6 SAMs, I would be cheating, because I'm not allowed to use SAMs. I'm, however, going for a T2 Commander complete purely for the build power. And also, well, more build power because I can get engineering stations.
You have 15 Spectres in count.
die, but not as quickly as I would like to. Okay, yeah,
An order commander named Gari awaits you, champion. She is one of Evaluator Kale's most beloved disciples. Eliminate her in the name of the princess. Ryza out.
Excellent. The shield is fully repaired and operating at full capacity. HQ out.
Okay. Shield fixed. Can't fail that anymore. Build even more flak, because apparently 6 was not enough.
Enemy subs are operating in the channel north of your LZ, Commander. Destroy them. HQ out.
I'm having to consciously not upgrade my factory to tier 3.
Yeah, 20 flak is probably enough.
I've got 16, so.
I've got 3.
Well, actually, I've got 17 because I've got this one here as well. But
Yeah, so, yeah, 20.
I'm also layering in some of my T2 shields so that not all the damage is immediately doing this T3 one. Ah, so you got to blacken the water. Yeah, probably necessary.
I'm just building a defense line. Since when do must up have adjacency with shields?
Well, I guess your shield is costing less mass to run now? That makes sense. Sure, why not?
Also, I love the light bulbs and the Cybran buildings. Like Cybran buildings have light posts in the corners.
Light bulbs?
Like light poles.
Oh, light bulbs, yeah.
Or is it just the oh, I think it's just the map have them. Yeah, the map has them. It looks like the building has them.
That's fair.
Still looks nice.
I figured you might appreciate some shields up here. Admittedly, they're bombing the one thing I haven't shielded yet.
Wait,
Do you feel safe enough to build a factory yet?
Yeah. Why cannot I build any hives?
Because hi Simon. Well, unless we die, considering how long this is going to take with T2 only, there might not be a next game. But if we do die again, then sure. As for hives, you can't build them because technically they're not enabled yet, but if you upgrade your commanders to tier 3, which is allowed, you can build the T3 version that the mod gives you.
Oh.
And those ones can be built in the water as well. Oh, also bear in mind T4 maxes are a thing.
Yeah, just like I'm overflowing 100 mass each time, so...
Yeah. But upgrading the maxes is a great way of not overflowing that mass.
Also true.
I went from overflowing all that mass to being 600 and negative.
My power just died.
Oh. Yeah, I guess you only have one tier 3 gen compared to my 2.
I have T2 gens.
Yeah, but you also have the mass values.
Yeah. Thank God I have mass fab. This shit thing. The mass fabs.
Yeah, floating mobile shields turns out pretty handy when trying to defend a naval anti-air line.
My defense line for naval defense line was always just a line of T1 AAs because they're cheap.
Yeah, but I think the shields are pretty useful. Okay, I think we're sort of stable at this point. Which means it's time to build an air factory. Question is, do I go down here with adjacency, or probably better to go over here where I can get more willpower around it? Okay, at this point I've got 23 flak under that main shield. It's scary how much the gunships still get from my base, but I also have enough secondary shields that it's fine.
Lots of fast T2 Navy factory.
Oh, have you got a bunch of hives? So is the Salem production about to commence?
No, just cruisers for now.
I guess I need to secure the air situation.
Because it's the only sum we got.
I'm
Cruisers.
starting to think that you don't have the stomach to fight your own kind. Are you going to destroy those bases or what?
I was about to build T3 pigeons.
Yeah, when you have the power to do it, you're automatically like, I can do this thing. Same with factories, like I was also about to automatically grade my air factory to tier 3, just like queue it as soon as I built it.
Do it.
Oh, so I actually don't get swift winds here. That's interesting. I wonder if it unlocks them partway through the mission. It feels a bit weird because I'm pretty sure I can build ASF, so... Well, I would be able to build ASF, should I say. It's going to be a nuisance because the enemy has swift winds. I'm going to build a bunch of mobile flak and mobile shields, so you don't have to worry too much on the cruiser front, because obviously when we got on land, if you Salems are there, they're not going to have cruiser support.
Yeah, but just for the Navy and...
Well, I'm not saying it's not worth having, I'm just saying.
Some of those artillery positions are still operational.
Also
HQ
killing
out.
the RT positions.
Yeah. Although bear in mind, yours don't have missiles.
They still can bombard it. Or something.
Well, it turns out I can build gunships pretty fast now. Although it turns out it kind of hurts my power doing it.
Main reason why I built the cruisers. Already killed like 15 gunships.
Oh, I may have burnt my mass. That's even with me grabbing a bunch of reclaim out the base.
I don't have a problem with mass.
Yeah, I think it's probably my 35 engineering stations assisting an air factory.
That could be it.
Yeah, something about that apparently consumes mass for some reason. Don't know.
Or have you built an interceptor which half a second?
Yeah, I think the unload time is starting to be an issue on them. Good point. Rouse might be a decent idea.
Oh, you get double RAS. Yeah, that is a good idea. Because you get basically 2 T3 pigeons.
Yep, 36 mass and 3,400 power.
Sensors.
Well, I think I'm not going to use gun, and whilst the sensors barely make a difference in base, it's just a little bit more vision.
That's the thing about Aeon. You really except RAS don't have anything else good.
Yeah, you don't. The Aeon Commander is probably the least exciting commander. But I know, it's not probably, it just is.
Although you get the double gun upgrades and you can.
Oh, early
uprange
game
everything.
Aeon Commander's alright, but as soon as you get past the early game, like, it doesn't do anything. Like, Seraphim can basically turn into an experimental. Cybran obviously has the Mazer and a Torp, which can be pretty handy, and UEF has the Billy. But
Yeah, UF on this map could be useful.
yeah, Billying things I suppose would be potentially useful. Honestly, it might be more useful than Aeon now that I've realised I can't get Swift Winds.
Why don't I have T1 gunships?
I believe they aren't unlocked at the start of the campaign for whatever reason, even though it's a tier 3 mission, so you figured they would be, but I guess. That's the thing, like, they introduced some low tier units, but then they locked them at the start, which I get they wanted to be like, hey look, we unlocked some tech for you, or whatever. But the problem is, because unlike the first game, the campaign doesn't start off like restricting you to low tier and stuff, it's sort of like, okay, you unlocked a tier 1 gunship for me when I can already build tier 2 gunships. Wow. It's like, okay. It's a lot of enemy gunships, we're still killing your Bruce.
I no longer give a fuck because I can outbuild those cruisers.
Well, I provided you with some extra flak.
Thank you very much.
Now, it's time to scout. Admittedly, again, I think the unload time is starting to be a limiting factor here.
Yeah. I think you need to build 2 factories.
More factories is indeed the answer. There we go.
Good job. With those subs out of the way, you can prepare your assault against the Order's positions on the mainland.
Now we have more scouts.
HQ out.
That's all of those scouts.
I mean, the T1 scouts, you kind of need a lot of them, otherwise they don't get anywhere.
Oh,
I'm
that's a
totally
box
not
still.
just building an infinite amount of engineering stations, don't mind me.
The 1st Artillery position is destroyed. HQ out. Confirming that the 2nd Artillery position has been destroyed. HQ out.
That is a lot of shields.
Hmm?
That's a lot of shields.
That is 50 shields and 50 flak. For some reason, how the formation is doing that stupid thing where it's like, hey, let's put all the shields behind all the flak, so that half the shield don't do anything.
Another artillery battery is toast. Just one more to go. HQ out.
Yeah, more of this spam stuff.
Go on land, you stupid boats.
Hmm? Ah. You know what? Here you go.
That's the
Have
last
some
of
shields and flak.
all the artillery
to take with
positions
your
are
boats.
down. HQ
Don't
out.
go on the microphone.
Okay, so we've got all the artillery positions. I forget, does the enemy have a commander?
Sorry?
Is there an A1 commander at this bit or not?
I don't think so.
Ah, there is.
It's a SAPCOM.
Well, it's close enough. And the enemy, for some reason, has literally no anti-air in the base, so I hope they like mercies.
That is a lot of them.
Oh no, the gunships.
dear.
Wait, gunships can shoot
guns.
mercies, but they can't shoot.
Yeah,
Interesting.
because Mercies are gunships units, so they fly low, while the scouts are plane units, so they fly high. Like, you have two different flight levels for
Yeah,
units.
I do know that. I just didn't realise that mercies were in gunship territory. Well, it's fine. I'll just build more mercies.
This is all the Mercies.
There's maybe too many mercies. There's definitely too many mercies as far as my mass income is concerned.
Also, those 4 flags are killing all of your Mercies.
Yeah, that is a lot better for those 4 flak.
Scratch one of the bases. HQ out.
Okay. Let's scan.
build the factory, yeah?
Oh, you didn't count.
Oh, yeah. That's a problem. You can give me some of your units if you like
Yeah, it's fine. I'm just
those.
gonna optimize my fabricator situation.
Oh, that's a lot of engineering stations.
Nah, it's only 166.
That's like 1/5 your unit cap.
Yeah, I'm starting to realize that.
I'm starting to realize that.
I mean, to be fair, the engineering stations have more build power than the factory does, so technically
Like-
it's more efficient to have engineering stations than factories.
But one engineering station has more build power than one factory.
Yeah.
Well, then it's
Only
more
40 build
efficient,
power in factory, and 75 on station, so.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna shut up. Also, I'm starting to realize that we could capture those T3 pigeons.
We could, but we didn't.
That's both of them. Proceed inland, HQ out. Constable Graham is on the horn. I'm patching him through.
Commander, order units have overwhelmed most of our defenses.
Well, we're going together and
Cut
help
off
him.
from Fort Clark, and General Fletcher is unable to get reinforcements to us. We need your help.
Change in plans, Commander. Fletcher's going to have to hold Fort Clark a bit longer on his own. You will defend the civilians and eradicate any enemy forces in the area.
I shall cleanse everyone on this planet. You are fools to stand against our might. We're giving you the Swift Wind, a
Ah, now it's
mid-range
fixed.
fighter jet.
Oh, they have
Ryza
restorers.
out.
That's gonna be a pain in the ass for your.
I mean, a large group of flak can beat restorers.
Non-air can build destroyers.
Yeah, Swift
But
Winds might
that-
struggle.
That's the problem. And even if you had Swift Winds, which you don't.
No, I do. They just unlock them.
Oh,
But yeah, even so, it's,
well, they didn't unlock any new Navy units.
no.
Nor. Also, could you take care of that?
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm just getting all the land units together. And I guess I could just take care of their units. Let's go.
Oh yeah, more maxes.
Yep. The size of neighbour yards is annoying for trying to wrap them with things. Oh, sorry. Our allies take a bit of beating. We should probably try and get up there soon. I say as if I can't solve this problem very rapidly.
If you have the units, you can just send them here and go up.
What, how it was supposed to go? I don't know what you do.
order is eternal. There is no stopping us.
Well, I got a couple of gunships up there, at least helping. Admittedly, it's literally 8 of them. Well, that little outpost apparently doesn't fare so well against like 107 lasers. Who would have thought, right?
Yeah. Also, their base doesn't hold up very good against
Small number
long
of
range
sailors.
Salem bombardment.
Yeah, again, who would have thought?
Why cannot I save templates?
I don't know. Let me do it earlier.
Oh, now it... Oh, God.
I want some staging.
Still cannot save this template.
Should be very careful wandering my commander on the front line, especially when, if we expand, I think this gets kind of messy. Well, then again, you probably have enough sailors to go GC, so.
That's 40 of them. In land. Another 40 in the water.
Yeah. I mean, I also have 100 blazes. Well, 85 blazes. Something died. Persistence. So. Can GCs track to beam the Salems?
Probably not. And if they can, that's stupid. It's not even broken, it's just stupid.
Yeah.
Because the Salem is like half the size of GC.
The civilians are safe. I am forever in your debt, Commander.
Only the map expands to the
Your
right.
backside ain't out of the fire yet, Commander.
Dun, dun,
Scans
dun.
show order units are massing for a
Oh,
counterattack
yeah.
from the northeast. HQ
Yep.
out.
On civilians.
Looks like Gary is sending out the welcome wagon. Assuming you live through this, head up there and destroy Gary once and for all. HQ out.
You have
Also
abandoned your
DC.
people, your heritage, and your gods. For that, you will be destroyed.
You have
Can you
perverted the way
scout?
with your
Yeah.
fanaticism. For that,
You can scout the GC.
This
Don't have any
planet shall
scouts
share
right
the
now.
same fate as Earth.
I mean, I can get some quickly, but
Got a galactic colossus heading your way. Deal with it. HQ out.
obviously we still have to get to the front line. That
Yeah,
is
it's dead.
quite a few gunships.
I can find it. Yeah, the Colossus is dead. That's silence, bro.
Yeah, those gunships are flying into a fair amount of flak. And walking sniper bots in
You
close
may
range.
stop me,
Interesting.
but you have no hope of defeating the Seraphim.
Oh, Navy.
Sun Silent. This time True Order.
A lot of these stupid spam things today.
I literally lost one Salem on the front.
That is quite impressive actually.
But it's not easy to deal with 6,000 damage.
So you've got more of them slowly wandering across the map.
I mean, 10 silence is like an experimental, and like it's free experimentals, so they are also saying shit at AA as experimentals.
I mean, that's why there's flak. But they are restorers, so it still takes a while. Yeah, you got a bunch of mobile flak in the back.
Yeah, just noticed it.
Also here, I'll send some swift winds up. Wait, why have it?
Oh, that's a battleship. I think that's 2 battleships, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, Unicap again. I mean, again, I guess it's not too surprising considering the amount of engineering stations I have, but... I guess I should delete some engineering stations. Oh, you found another GC. Oh, another couple of GCs.
You will never reach Fort Clark.
Wait, how on earth did that survive?
Don't ask me. Also, where is Gary? As part of... Where's Gary?
Gary? Oh,
The
Gary.
AM commander.
She's usually like in the back somewhere.
Oh, it's in the front.
Huh.
It's here.
Well, let's do.
Welcome, Salem Fire.
Yeah, I
You
get a
freaks
feeling
are
she's
gonna
gonna
pay
die.
for what you did to Earth.
The Seraphim will never be defeated!
That
Seemed
sure
pretty
was a
defeated
pretty
to me.
sight. Maybe
Well,
the next order
it's not
commander won't be
Seraphim,
so eager to flap her jaw. HQ out. Fort Clark is
yeah.
located to the
More
northwest,
nukes.
and the Seraphim commander is to
Yep.
the northeast.
Might need to get the
That
commander's
alien is
mobile at
probably
this
pretty
point.
ticked off that you killed his little sweetheart, so be ready for anything. Fort Clark must survive.
I'm probably going to send my
HQ
commander up to Fort Clark, to be honest. It has anti-nukes.
It's about time. The Seraphim is east of Fort Clark and it's got a bunch of experimentals. Make yourself useful and try to distract them.
He does not know your worth, champion. Show him our might by defeating the Seraphim and its units yourself. Ryza out.
Where are my reinforcements?
I mean, I say it has nuke defense. I'm pretty sure.
They've launched a nuke. If it hits the town to the east, millions of lives will be lost.
Oh,
Like it
it's
says, he's
first-
launched
first
nuke
nuke
if
is
it
here.
hits. It's like, how are we supposed to stop it after it's launched?
I mean, you get access to the city before the expansion.
Yeah, I know, but effectively, if you don't know it's coming, it's not like you can just be like, oh yeah, it's fine, I'll deal with it.
Yeah.
Do they have T3 or RT?
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
they have.
Hmm.
Build shields, I guess.
Like I said, my commander is moving up to Fort Clark. And just because I can, I'm going to send some T1 bombers up to help. Not that I really have the unicap for this.
Oh, that's a power stop.
Yeah? Ah, top what?
Yeah, I was like, why use the transport where you can teleport? That's why.
That's a reasonable argument, but you lose Raz for teleport, don't you?
Yeah, but like, you still have enough, like, pigeons.
Fair.
It's only like 10 pigeons, so... And don't really have the problem with mass.
Okay, unicap again.
That's your problem.
It's a recurring problem as well.
Do you have expendable power station things?
Not really. I don't even have any T2 gens. I literally just have my 2 T3 generators.
I guess we don't have mass hubs.
Nope. T1 bombers to rescue. So the FAF doesn't spam out its factories. If it did, I'd just build a bunch of build power near its factories and make it faster, but...
Can you send your navy in?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Actually, here, have some navy. Now you can send the navy in, and I get more unit cap.
That's reasonable.
My only concern is I don't know if this nuke defense here is loaded, so I'm going to assist it.
It's probably loaded. If it wouldn't be loaded, it would be just stupid because there's no way you can build a nuke defense and assist it.
Yeah, well, I don't know if the AI normally nukes that area or if it's more for show.
Also, yeah, it doesn't nuke this area. That's the second part.
Hold the line, Colonel. We must protect the civilians.
I mean, he says that as if we're not holding the line. Like, the front of his base is
Fletcher,
very secure.
there's a large experimental unit approaching Fort Clark.
I mean,
that
that
alien
could be a
isn't
problem.
done yet. HQ out.
What?
The chickens. Ah, actually, I guess your Salem's there. Oh, did you
Oh.
DC?
I guess I did, but my internet is okay.
That kind of came out of nowhere. Well, now,
Annoying.
that's going to make the experimentals a lot harder to stop if I don't have all your Salems.
You have the T1 bombers.
Yeah, I might need to increase my production of T2 gunships to stop goofing around. I mean, to be fair, I can produce gunships ridiculously fast, but unit cap is still... If you disconnect, do I get your unit cap?
Probably no.
Oh.
I'm gonna reset my router fast. Hello?
Well, I can't eject you at this point, so I guess we're just waiting to see what happens. So has it actually fully kicked you, or?
I guess FAF broke. Who would
I think
expect
it's...
that?
Is it 2 minutes for eject time?
No idea.
No, 1.5. Well, I'm going to eject you, I'm afraid, if it's broken.
I see it. Commander, hit that thing with whatever you've got.
Yeah, well, whatever I've got just decreased rapidly. Oh, no, I do get the unit cap. Oh,
Yeah, and you get my units.
oh wow. Okay. Didn't realize full share was on by default.
Yeah. Also, my objective just almost died because your commander was on it.
Your objective almost died?
The objective in my game.
Oh, so it left you in, but like desynced the games?
No, like for you, it ejected me, and for me it ejected you.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's effectively desynced, essentially.
Yeah, basically. So like I get all of your production and stuff.
Strategic launch detected.
Did they send out a nuke for you?
Yep, I just got nuked. Well, they just launched a nuke.
Yeah, same.
Don't know where it's going yet or anything, but I think the nuke defense in his base should definitely be loaded because I've been assisting it. Okay, yeah, so nuke defense is definitely loaded. I mean, he might just be nuking. Yeah, he's just nuking my main base.
That alien freak is starting to soften. Hit it again.
How annoying. Yeah, he nuked all my build power.
For me, he nuked my base, so
A jerk.
and I just killed 2 chickens. Literally at the same time.
Nope. One of the chickens died, the other one's standing right next to it. I didn't even realise I was fighting the chickens, which was really nice.
Where is the commander?
Maybe they'll think twice
Yeah, 2
before
chickens down.
attacking like
Turns
that
out
again.
Salem's pretty strong.
Good job. HQ
Yeah.
out.
Also, I just reached the cap having 400 gunships of yours.
Only 400? Well, actually, I think that's more than I have.
I'm going to snipe them. Maybe we can start the third mission, actually.
Hmm?
We could start the third mission. We're only 2 hours into the stream.
Oh. The third mission's a long one though, because that's the naval one.
Oh yeah.
I feel like that one's going to take a while to do with just T2 Navy.
Yeah, because
Killing battleships with T2 Navy is a pretty slow process.
And now I have 10 gunships.
Did you run them in flak by any chance?
I just gave them all the order to kill his commander. Didn't well. By any chance. Although he is like 3k HP.
Could have gone worse then. I just realised I got my commander not under shield whilst he has RT. This could go badly.
He doesn't RTDs the DDD, but
Yeah.
Strategic launch detected.
He does launch more nukes though.
yes he does. Although his nuke is actually killed for me. Wherever it was.
I just noticed my commander is technically outside of the nuke defense range. So it's probably going to nuke the rest of the main base. But more chickens, yay. Yeah, lightning tank's pretty strong against my good ships.
Yeah. 50 SAF also.
Oh, he nuked my T3 power plants. That was rude. Apparently I have two different types of Salem.
You have the land Salem and the Salem that doesn't have land enabled.
Ah. I forgot that toggle was a thing.
So I just sucked all of my units.
Okay.
Get up here and help me deal with the Seraphim.
Just seemed like Salem's turned out to be the best solution to pretty much everything.
Yeah, we just attack move them into his base and it kills everything. All you need is some flak to kill the gunships and other stuff.
I mean, you have enough Salems, you don't. You just tank your way through the problem.
Yeah. Another chicken.
Maybe you freaks are willing to fight.
And kill his commander.
Yeah, have you killed him?
Yeah. Silence. Probably.
Yeah, I guess you probably have more Salem production than I do, because obviously your commander died, who is down in the Navy, so I don't know if you then built a bunch of hives down there, but...
Yeah, I was building highs and spamming silence out of like 50 of them.
Yeah, I'm stuck with a slower trickle of Salems.
I have also sucked all of my first wave Salems to chicken.
You freaks are gonna pay for what you did to Earth.
No, I'm gonna do it again, jeez. Didn't even have a notification now.
You actually lost much more weapon than I did.
My time's enemy commander. Although, because of its location, I can't touch it. But yeah, look. These Salems are apparently different reasons. They all group up when I've selected them all, but...
Select all of your Salems and click the left bottom button when it says LAN.
Still separate. I think this might be the ones that got donated to me when you died or something.
Whatever.
And for whatever reason, it's treating them like a different, slightly different unit. Yeah, my eco's all out of whack now. Been nuked a few too many times.
Oh, you have more mass than I had, but you don't have the power to use it.
Yeah, my power kind of went away. I found it, man.
Oh, that's good.
You went pop. So, I guess
All
it
enemy
makes sense
forces
that the
have been
sail's
defeated
really
and
strong
Fort
if you're
Clark
doing
is
T2 only, because it's
Well done.
basically like T3 land.
This is an important victory for us.
Yeah.
Even so, it definitely made that mission, I think, a bit more interesting in a way, rather than it just being like, oh look, I built nukes and a bunch of fat boys. You had to be
Our
a bit
backs
more
were against the
methodical.
wall, but you did it, Commander. Fort Clark is safe, and we achieved an important victory against those damn aliens and their allies. From this
I
day
know.
forward,
Sailors are
we're
like
through running
mini
from them.
handles. That's
If we're
the
going to
correct
survive this,
destination.
we have to be able to take the fight directly to our enemies. And that's
Long
what we're
range
going to do.
bombardment
Haul out.
and shitty AA.
Yeah, they are definitely pretty strong. What time am I working at today anyway? I'm pretty sure I checked this before I streamed. So I've still got a bit more time I could stream, but I don't really have time for another mission. I'm kind of tempted to just cut it short and actually, you know, enjoy my day off. Well, my morning off rather than... Because I get the feeling, like, I don't know when I'm working next week, but I get a feeling I'm probably working tomorrow as well, and I'm so burnt out on work right now. But anyway, that's a me problem, not a stream problem. So yeah, I'm actually just going to call it for a really short 2.5 hour stream, which is more like 2 hours when accounting for the, like, you know, half hour we spent actually getting into the game. But I'm just going to call it that and then go enjoy my time off for work. I might go outside and enjoy the sun for a change, since I think whilst it's blazingly hot right now, it's apparently going to snow next week because sure, let's have some consistency in the weather, why not? Anyway, I'm being very British and talking about the weather. So, thanks for joining me, Dedo. I am going to call it that. Thanks to anyone who watched. Have a good time, and I'll see you again.
See you.